Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of Steph's Design Space. If you're new here, welcome. If you are returning, thank you so much. I know I have been gone for a hot minute. There's a lot of reasons for that, and I will get into that as I show you what I'm doing. So, yes, this is a diet, I've already cut it, but it is, or was, a Diet Sunkist 12-pack orange soda holder from the store. So this is something that I have in my box of trash, also known as my treasure box, and I want to show you how I can take this and make this. So you know how these seem to be very popular right now, the little micro like, I think Happy Planner does them. I think they came out with some more. I don't know. I'm not up to date on all the Happy Planner stuff, but I do know that you can make your own from stuff that you have in your house. So I was going to show you how to make a really cute little junk journal using household items. So you don't have to go buying a bunch of stuff. Now the only thing is the discs, but you can get these online also in various places. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to make this from this. Okay, let me set this to the side. Now I don't know if y'all can tell, but this is a totally different setup. I have decided I moved some stuff around, and this is Mom's roll top desk. And it has been sitting over there doing, I mean, the kids used to use it to play on, not play on, but they would do their drawing and stuff. Okay, this, as beautiful as my bracelet is, when I am crafting and doing too much with my hands, all this will get on my nerves. And if it gets on my nerves, I can only imagine that it will get on yours. So I am going to set it to the side. That's on my ring. Okay, so I'm going to set that up there. Alright, so what I have done, and I will put the measurements in the description box down below for y'all. But what I have done is I have just taken and I have cut my cover out of the Sunkist box. Now you can use any kind of box you want. You can use a cereal box, you can use a macaroni and cheese box, you can use whatever you have on hand to make the cover. So this is going to be the cover. It's 4.5 by 3.5 is the cover size. And then I kind of flipped through here already and determined that I want to use this as my front cover. Now I tend to make my front and back cover the same on the outside, and then on the inside change it up a little bit. I'm just going to take that off, and I should be able to, yes, do that. Let me, where is my paper trimmer? Of course it's way out on the other side. Okay, not way out on the other side, but okay, so let me see. I'm still getting used to this setup. I ordered some items. Oh, I could put that right there. You can almost see it. Steph's Design Space. I'll put that right there. What was I saying? Oh, I ordered some stuff to organize. I wonder if I need this light. I wonder if that helps. Does that help y'all at all? No, not really. Maybe. No, it's irritating. So I'm not going to do that. I am thinking I'm going to put it up here, but we will see. So right now, I'm just going to move it out of the way. Alright. I need to know how long this is. I could probably look on here. 8. So if it's 8, I'm doing this the wrong side. Okay, it has been, I feel like it has been ages since I have been on camera, and it's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, so we're going to just cut this right in half. So if it's 8, it's going to be 4. Let me make sure that's lined up. And it is. Alright, so it's 4.5 by 3.5, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to glue this on just like this. And then I will cover it up. So let's do that. I don't even remember the last time I did a video. Let me make sure you can't see through that. No, I really don't. It has been a while. I have been going through some stuff, but really I have also just been, I think I'm going to use this tacky glue, rearranging my office. My granddaughter has been here, and there's some stuff going on with her. So when she's here, the oldest one, she just turned 15 yesterday. But yeah, so teenage stuff and some family stuff and all of that. So when she's here, I tried to give her my undivided attention. I've been busy in the shop with orders and stuff like that, so that's all still getting done. It's just it has been filming has just had to kind of go on the wayside. Now I will say, to be fair and to be transparent, that I'm kind of moving more towards the junk journaling side because that is my passion. I love planning, don't get me wrong, but and I do enjoy it, but not enough for 3 videos a week, or 4, or even 2, really. So I want to say, at this point, I don't know how many videos I'm going to be able to do or come out with, so I'm not going to promise anything. But what I will promise is that I will do my best to at least come out with 1. But I also do like how-to videos and stuff with my patrons on my Patreon, so that also takes up some of my time. So yeah, there's that. Where's my scissors? Again, I rearranged everything, so I really don't have a clue where anything is. Okay. So I'm gonna cut that. So if you just cut where the corner is, it makes it 100% easier to fold. Now I have a lot of excess. This is not perfect by any stretch of the imagination, but neither am I. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is bone folder. Okay, found my bone folder. So I'm just gonna go right along the edge of the cardboard, and I really am hoping that this video turns out well in this new space. I told myself, you need to try it out before you just do it, and then here I am just doing it. Alright, so it's gonna go like this. And get this side up. So my videos are going to be more geared towards junk journaling. I'm not saying I'm not going to do any planner videos, but it's not going to be as much. Because I find myself needing to get those done pretty quick. And like more in advance. I'm finding, because so much is happening with the business and stuff like that, that I find myself needing to have the weeks done at a time. And for anybody who has ever done a video, a plan with me, or even planners, like just planning alone. Okay, this is irritating because I didn't have it upside down. I think this one hasn't even been opened yet. This should work just fine. Or maybe I should just go with the Fabri-Tac since this is kind of thick. We're just gonna do that. I forgot what I was gonna say, but the planning ones take forever, it seems sometimes. So I don't know. I'm just gonna be out there trying different stuff, trying something new. If you have requests, I'm all for that. So yeah, I feel like I'm saying and a lot. I forgot how to be on camera. It does feel different coming back after being gone for so long. But anyway, I am back and so happy to be back. Like, and excited to show you something new and different out of the norm. Okay, so anybody who just likes micro planners to begin with, you can do this. Even if you're not a junk journaler, if you would like just to have a micro, this is a perfect way to just make your own with stuff you have at the house. Scrapbook paper, and I'm just trying to make that super tight. Scrapbook paper and any kind of cardboard based box. Okay, this Fabri-Tac is super messy. Alright, that is one thing I still struggle with, is talking while I craft. But you know. Ooh, alright, so let me put this back. And I store all my glue bottles upside down. So I found this little acrylic container at Daiso, and it has dividers that come with it, which is so perfect because it just sits right there on my desk, and all my important glues, oh, I didn't even stick this down, are upside down, which is amazing because then they are ready to use. And you don't have to wait for it to, I'm gonna cut that a bit close, but that's alright. So I'm gonna ink it anyway. But we still have the inside of the cover to do. That is going to be gorgeous. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing for this. But I'm going to speed through it because this will probably end up being a longer video, and I don't want to bore y'all to tears. So I'm going to speed through this process because it's the same exact process. Okay, so I forgot I bought these silicone mats to go down. One, it will protect the desk, and two, it really helps keep things like where they're supposed to be. And then of course baby wipes, because that's a staple of every crafter. Alright, and I have some paper pads. I don't know if they're going to be big enough. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, let's see. A complimentary to the outside. I got these from one of my besties. Okay, so for those who don't know, I have two planner people who are, oh, that's so beautiful, but it doesn't really match that, are my besties. We met on a Zoom, and I'm gonna keep my finger there. And our friendship has blossomed over the years, and I'm so excited. I'm gonna use this really light pink, I think. That I got to meet one of them in actual person. So Sticker Designs by Mel. Melanie. Actually, I think I like this one better. It always happens. That's okay. These can go back in there. And she brought these to me. So she brought me all kinds of paper pads and cutesy stuff, and I'm super excited and so thankful for that. Okay. I think I'm gonna do it like this. I would really like to just like frame it, but I think that's gonna be a little on the difficult side, and I am not trying to stress all of that. So I'm just gonna do it like this and be okay with it. And I know some of y'all are like, well, isn't that little cardboard, you know, kind of thin? It's not as thin as you think, but also, by the time you add scrapbook paper to it, it's nowhere near as thin as it would be, if that makes sense. So, and then decorations and what have you. You can always laminate it too if you're so inclined. Anyway, back to my happy story. Well, it's happy and sad at the same time. So I was supposed to, let me back up. So Melanie, she has two daughters and a son. One of her daughters is a competitive cheerleader. The other one is a competitive dancer. And I'm not sure her son is competitive. I know he does dance. I'm not sure he's a competitive dancer. But her daughters are in the competitive world, so they have competitions everywhere. Now she's in Canada, but a lot of the competitions are in the States. And her youngest has a cheer competition this coming weekend in Florida, and we thought, oh my gosh, that would be like the perfect time for her to come down. We go to Florida together, hang out, have fun, all of that stuff. And then I'm not gonna say I have an injury because I don't remember injuring myself. However, for lack of a better word, something has occurred with my body, and I am having a very difficult time walking. My hip, my leg, does not want to cooperate with me, and so I have been to the doctor, had different imaging and stuff done, but I can't. I could not go, so bittersweet. But she did fly here straight to Texas, where I am. Picked her up from the airport. We were able to hang out all day. And then she drove to Florida, and then she'll fly, then she'll drive back here, and we'll have another day together, and then she will go back to Canada. So it has been very exciting, but bittersweet. And the third one of our trio is in Costa Rica right now, enjoying the time of her life on the sandy beaches. So, and I'm still just stuck here with my gimpy leg. That's okay. All things happen for a reason, and I'm okay with it because, well, I have to be, right? I do have a follow-up appointment with my doctor next Tuesday, which happens to be the day that Mel is flying out. So she's flying out way early in the morning, and then I will just come home and go to my doctor's appointment after that. Alright, so I'm just trimming this up. The little edges. Okay, so let me get rid of this trash. I do love this little desk. I feel like I have more space because not everything, it doesn't have to be on the desk. I have drawers and all the things, so, and it makes it easier to clean up after myself. Okay, it makes it more likely that I will clean up after myself. Let me just put it that way. Okay, so these are the covers. Now they're still like glue. Let me just kind of see if that helps. Get some of the excess glue off. I got a little heavy-handed with my glue. Alright, now I do want to round my corners. These are kind of thick, so I believe, I want to say they're too thick for these little corner rounders that I have, so I'm going to go get my corner chomper. Yeah, so I will be right back. Okay, I am back with my corner rounder, corner chomper, whatever. So I am just going to, and I just do the 1/4 inch. I feel like that is a good size to round the corners. Yeah, it's pretty thick once you add the glue and the 2 different cardstocks to it. It is, it's thick, which is good. It's sturdy. Okay. I knew that was gonna happen. Alright, set you up there. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink up the edges. Let's see. I want to do, I am really at this point loving my gathered twig. So another reason I got these silicone mats super cheap. It was like 3 mats for less than $10. Because, I don't know if you can see this. It's not on a mat and I go to like get ink, it slides. Put on the mat, it goes nowhere. Which is so exciting. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of ink the edges up a little bit. And I have more inks coming. I have a friend who, where she lives, there's a cute little craft store that sells all kinds of stuff, like in her neighborhood. And she was having a sale. And so my friend told me, hey, if there's anything, any inks or whatever you want, let me know and I'll get them for you, and then, you know, whatever. So yay, and she did. She got me the ones that I wanted. But now my dilemma is, so right now I have the storage that I'm using only stores 48, and I only have 2 openings, and I ordered 11 more different inks. So that is going to be a challenge. I don't know what I'm going to do about that yet. We shall see. Okay, that one's done. And this one. So even when you like push down and do like that, it doesn't go anywhere. I love it. I know there's some people selling, like it's a tray that you can put them in and put your ink topper in, but I'm like, okay, that's just another thing that has to be on the desk. And they're gorgeous. And if I just had all the space in the world, I would definitely do that, but I don't, so that's not a thing. But this silicone mat works perfect in keeping it all in place. Alright, so I've done that. Now the next thing for me to do is to punch the punches, and I'm just going to kind of use this as a guide as to where the first punch should go. So right here. This is perfect. I can tell you right now by the thickness of this, trying to use the regular Happy Planner punch, it would not work. It would probably break it. So this is very much your best bet. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's still wet. I'm so impatient. So it kind of didn't cut through some of these very well, but I have scissors. It's because it's wet and all of that. Oops. Come on, cut. There we go. Alright, and I will, so I'm going to say this is the front, and this is going to be the back. This is about the point where you kind of determine like how you want it to look. Okay, that's fine. So I always measure the front, like I do the front and then I measure the back by the front. That way it lines up properly. Well, to the best of my ability. Alright, now we're just going to help it out a little bit with some scissors, and then I brought my disc over here so we can find some disc for it. I will decorate it once I have all of that stuff on, because that makes a difference. Well, to me it does, like what I'm going to use or do or what have you. And I'm not going to laminate it. Because this is just for my personal use. I mean, this one's not laminated at all. And it holds up very well. I mean, the sticker's kind of coming up a little bit. I'm just going to trim it off from use. But I really love the way this one turned out. So let's see how this one's going to turn out. Okay. So front and back. Let me put this up. And let's look at what discs I have. Now, for right now, I'm going to use the micro discs. So those are back here. Those are kind of too peachy. I'm actually thinking those are going to look magnificent. The little marble ones are I think that is gonna look super pretty. I don't think I have any other colors. This would be like the closest, but it's too peachy for that pink. And these would go good, but that is kind of big right now. Now once I add paper and stuff to it, and once I decorate it, it may end up having to go on expander disc. Well, not expander, these are classic. But for this little micro, it would be considered an expander, right? So we're gonna do that. Set this back over here. Okay, now I did pre-cut some paper. So I had, and y'all, my kids are grown. Like my baby is 23 years old. But I still have school supplies in the closet. So I found some old graph paper, and I was like, you know what, that is going to be perfect. So I just cut, not perfectly, you can see some of these are uneven, but I just cut some graph paper, and this is a 3x4. So the cover is 3.5 by 4.5, and the paper is 3x4. But I will put those measurements in the description box for you. And then we'll just put this right on here. And then the paper. And you can do, like in my other one, I have graph paper, I have Happy Planner paper from the micro. I have scrapbook paper that I've used to cut down to size and punch it. So you can use any kind of paper you want to put in here. You can use copy paper, you can use dot grid, you can use whatever you want, especially if it's going to be for junk journaling, because chances are you're going to cover up a good portion of whatever paper you use anyway. So make it fun. Make it fun. Okay, so I'm just putting some paper in here. And ta-da! We have a micro junk journal that I can do whatever I want in here. Now we need to decorate the outside. Even though this is quite beautiful on its own, we know that we just can't leave it like this, right? So I'm thinking there's these. I think I'm going to use some of these. Again, these are something that Mel brought from Canada for me. And I'm going to see what is it. It's a die cut pad. And this is a Canadian company. So you can't get this stuff here. I felt very special. It's the stupid little glue circle thing that all paper pads have. And I just end up tucking it in. Okay, so it's only on one side. Alright, let's see. Why am I putting that up there? What we're going to use. Ooh, I do love that. So these are like die cuts. So you just punch them out. I want to make a book like this with my own designs and have it like punch outs like this, like perforated. What do y'all think? Is that something y'all would be interested in on my, because you can use this too. It doesn't have to be just for junk journaling. This is great for planners as well. It's, planners aren't just for stickers anymore. Because I use a lot of cardstock and ephemera like this in my planning. Because it makes me happy. And it opens up the possibilities so much. Okay, I'm trying to be careful with these delicate pieces. It's almost like it didn't cut quite all the way through, so let me help it out. There we go. Oh my gosh, that is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And I like for stuff to hang off. Maybe not from the bottom because that's how it'll be stored. But I like when stuff is like, it doesn't just be, yep, I don't have words. Like just on the page. I like when it hangs off. It gives it dimension. And I like that with a book like this, you punch out what you want and you don't have to like find a place for all the extra pieces. Yes, I'm gonna make my own books. Like, that just sealed the deal for me. Okay, that is a lot of purple. You know what? I don't care. I love it. Love, love, love it. Of course, this probably would have been more of the speed, but you know how it is. Stephanie finds the one thing, and she just goes for it without looking at the other stuff. I think it just adds different. Yep, I like it. Okay, so I'm going to use those. And what else? Oh, go back in there. I just bought these container things. I saw something. Oh, I like the oval. I'm going to use one of those. Go there. I don't know if I want one of these or not. They're all so big. Like, I need a smaller one. Maybe. Okay, I'm gonna leave her out for the moment. But I also have some of these. Oh, maybe this one. She's so small. No, I don't like those with that. Alright, so let me find the opening. Alright, okay. They're falling all over my floor. I'm just playing around, guys. Okay, she is not going to work well. Honestly, that's just not going to work well at all. So, skip that. Okay, now the silicone works really well because I can't even get these off. Move over you. Now, I do have another thing I want to look at. Okay, so I made this little booklet. It has die cuts in it that I've actually cut out. I just want to see if there's any die cuts that I've cut out that may go on here. Okay. This is the joy of just playing around, right? I would probably have to trim that off the bottom. That's okay. Let me do this over here. This up there. Let's see, what other things can I find? I think that is all the ones that I have so far cut out. That does need to stay up here. Okay, I got a doily out. So I'm thinking how maybe, but I think that's overkill. Honestly, I think that just looks good. But I want the top. I'm not really concerned about the bottom. Okay, so we're going to glue this down. This is where I get my art glitter glue out because it has a very fine tip, so I can be very precise. I don't know how far down I have to go. If I need to go further, I can. This is like so perfect for these die cuts because you can really get in the spaces. Okay, that's good enough. And the edge. And I realize I'm gonna have to cut, you know, this, but I'm okay with that. Gorgeous already. That's so pretty. Scissors. Oh, they're way over here. Okay.